practice. Everybody getting into the act.
Durant fires for three.
Got it! Got it! Here's Thompson for three.
Big shot by Steph Curry.
Despite the fact that Mike D'Antoni and his Rockets had been at the forefront of the three-point revolution in terms of volume, there's no question its importance has been on display at the highest level because of the success of the Golden State Warriors. Remember that both Nelly Ball and Mike's 7 seconds or less offenses were both based on the idea of pace, space, and the lack of previously defined positions. I'd like to think the Dubs check all those boxes.
The NBA is a copycat league. Now, Golden State's been winning the championships and been the best team for the last few years. Everybody's copying them. But they don't have Thompson. They don't have Curry. They don't have Durant.
I mean, Steph is off the charts. I mean, the statistic I heard 2 years ago, I guess it was, Steph Curry from 28 feet and beyond shot 48%. I mean, are you kidding me?
We capitalized on that because we had a guy that we recognized we could build around, Steph Curry. And so I think the game has obviously changed a tremendous amount as a result.
While the entire organization deserves credit for the unmatched culture it's created and the unselfishness that defines its offensive prowess, there's clearly a front man to this band, and that man is Steph Curry.
Steph Curry's another guy that's changing the game before our eyes. You know, everybody remembers the shot he hit against Oklahoma a couple years ago. You know, at the end of the game, it's like it was a 40-some foot shot, but he's doing it off the dribble with different kind of quickness, level of skill, and the way he can measure shots off the move is mind-boggling.
So probably high school was when I knew he's a great shooter with range. We just need to get him stronger and get him to create space so he could get his shot off, because if he could get it off, it was probably going to go in.
I think my three-point style is something that is effective. It's a threat, you know, no matter where I am on the floor. I think it's changed the way defenses have, chosen to guard, me and our team, knowing, that I can shoot pretty much from anywhere, in the half court.
Stephen Curry has revolutionized the three-pointer. Not only is he the fastest player in NBA history to hit 2,000 career three-pointers, but his record-breaking 2015-2016 season, where he made 402 threes, was on the heels of some of the greatest players to play the game of basketball in their career three-point field goals made. Larry Bird led the NBA in three-points made in 1986-1987 season with 90. Then our own 3D Dennis Scott led the NBA in 95-96, Reggie Miller in 96-97, the great Ray Allen with 269. And then Steph Curry's reign took over with 402 threes made in a season, an NBA record. The success that Curry and the Warriors have had has led coaches both past and present to consider their options on defense.
With this team, you can't relax at all. If you relax, they make you pay. And they make some tough shots, but that's what they do. They make shots 3 or 4 feet behind the three-point line, and they're capable of doing that.
They can complain all they want that Golden State, has too many good players, but hey, learn how to defend them. I would teach my players how to trap, how to rotate on the pass, how to cover the ball. I don't think they do. And I don't think many coaches teach it.
Sometimes, however, there is no defense. Nobody knows more about being in this kind of a zone than Steph Curry, who in a game against the Pelicans in November of 2016 hit a record 13 threes on just 17 attempts.
For the record, good! No man has made 13 threes in a game until tonight.
That was a fun night. Just, it seemed like every shot I threw up from outside the arc was going in. And to not only shoot that well, but to get that many opportunities was huge to try to break that record.
I just remember that night, I just felt like I can get to any spot that I wanted to get a shot off, and I was going to make it, 'cause in my mind, I felt like I couldn't miss. I mean, I was just so locked in the game because it was a must-win game for us. The three-point shot was going to be a weapon of choice for the night. I knew outside of everything else, I could get to the three-point line, utilize my quickness, my speed, use the pick and roll, and still get to the three.
So maybe this whole three-pointer thing has become too easy. 2005-2006, the NBA shot over 39,000 three-pointers. That number eclipsed over 66,000 threes by the end of the 2016-2017 season, nearly doubling the three-point attempts for the season since the Mike D'Antoni Suns had originally sparked the three-point revolution. For the past couple of years, the water cooler talk around the NBA has been about the possibility of taking things to a whole new level, the four-point shot.
This has come up a lot in barbershop talk, especially because of the exploits of one Stephen Curry, because he takes what people would assume would be four-point shots. I wouldn't be opposed to it, but it would crush all kinds of records if there was a four-point shot.
No, with three-pointers enough. It's a solid line where guys are really shooting at a high percentage and it's changing the game, so I think we should just keep it at that.
It could possibly work, but I don't know if you want to be given that many points for it, because what they'll do, they'll abuse it like they did with the three-point shot when it first started, and too many guys will be shooting it.
I don't know historically if I'm in love with what that could do to stats and things like that. But I know this, Adam Silver is a very open-minded commissioner, and if at some point it was something that made sense for our game, I do know that he would give it consideration.
What began as nothing more than a gimmick has now become as important as any other aspect of the game when defining a team's ability to win a championship. However, don't make the mistake thinking that this is the end of the line. When you dissect the journey that the three-point shot has taken, be rest assured, this revolution has only just begun.